What if I told you one of the richest women in the world didn't build her wealth from music? She didn't go on world tours. She didn't sell out stadiums. She didn't drop album after album. Instead, she stopped releasing music altogether and quietly built a $1.7 billion empire. We're talking about Rihanna, but not the Rihanna you think you know. This isn't about chart-topping hits or halftime shows. This is about strategy. While the internet begged for another album, she built a global business machine across beauty, fashion, and brand partnerships. This is how Rihanna got rich without music. Let's break it down. In 2016, Rihanna was already a global star. Multiple platinum albums, hundreds of millions of fans. She could have coasted on music forever, but instead, she went quiet. No albums, no tours, just a few public appearances. People thought she disappeared, but behind the scenes, she was building her real empire. And it all started with one product line, Fenty Beauty. At the time, the beauty industry was massive, but flawed. Brands offered 5 to 10 foundation shades. Most ignored women with darker skin tones. So Rihanna saw a gap and filled it. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty with 40 foundation shades from day one. It was unheard of. The brand wasn't just inclusive, it was profitable. Within 1 month, Fenty Beauty generated $100 million in sales. In its first full year, over $550 million. Why did it work? Because Rihanna understood something most celebrities don't. You don't build a brand by slapping your name on it. You build it by solving a real problem and using your influence to amplify it. Rihanna didn't just license her name, she co-owned the company. She helped lead product design, she studied competitors, and most importantly, she understood her audience. She wasn't trying to compete with Kylie Jenner. She wasn't trying to be the next cover girl. She created a brand for women who had been ignored for decades. And that message? It made Fenty viral and valuable. But she didn't stop with makeup. She expanded into skincare, then lingerie, then fashion. Savage x Fenty, her lingerie brand, broke all the traditional rules. Models weren't all size 0. Campaigns featured real people. Different shapes, races, genders. It felt human. And it didn't just get clicks, it got customers. In 2021, Savage x Fenty was valued at $1 billion. Let that sink in. Not because of music, not because of fame, because Rihanna built a brand around identity and people bought in. So if you're into this, hit subscribe and keep watching after this video. Your feed is about to get a lot smarter. So how does all this turn into $1.7 billion? Let's break down the actual wealth math behind Rihanna's empire. She didn't get rich from streams or downloads. Spotify only pays fractions of a cent per listen. Instead, Rihanna took her audience and turned it into equity. She co-founded Fenty Beauty with LVMH, the luxury giant behind brands like Dior and Louis Vuitton. She owns roughly 50% of Fenty Beauty. As of 2023, Fenty Beauty was valued at over $2.8 billion. That means her stake alone is worth around $1.4 billion. Savage X. Fenty, she owns about 30%. That's hundreds of millions more. Add in endorsements, music royalties, and business income. And it's easy to see, Rihanna isn't just a celebrity, she's a CEO. And here's where this gets powerful. Even if you're not a fan, because Rihanna's strategy is one anyone can study. Here's what she did differently. 1. She shifted from fame to ownership. Most artists make money by performing. Rihanna made money by owning equity. She didn't just promote brands, she built them. That's the difference between being paid once and being paid forever. 2. She used her audience as leverage. When Rihanna launches a product, she doesn't need to run ads, she posts once. The internet does the rest. That's the power of owned attention. You don't need a marketing team when you've got 100 million loyal followers. 3. She created for the underserved. Instead of going after the mainstream market, she went after the ignored one. Fenty's 40 Shades weren't a gimmick, they were a statement. And that kind of message creates movement-level loyalty. 4. She let the product speak for itself. Rihanna could have built hype around her name, but she focused on performance. Ask anyone who uses Fenty. The quality is what keeps them coming back. Celebrity gets attention. Value keeps it. 5. She stepped back at the right time. Most stars burn out by trying to stay relevant 24/7. Rihanna did the opposite. She got quiet. She focused on building. And when she came back, she had an empire to show for it. Now let's talk content, because Rihanna didn't go the influencer route. No day-in-the-life vlogs. No makeup tutorials. No constant TikTok challenges. But here's what's genius. She built a faceless brand. Fenty doesn't rely on her showing up. It relies on good branding, strong messaging, and thousands of fans creating content for her. She flipped the creator model. Instead of constantly posting, she let her customers post. Instead of building a personality brand, she built a product brand that survives even when she disappears. That's long-term leverage. So what can you learn from Rihanna? Even if you're not famous, even if you're starting from zero, even if you're not in beauty or fashion. Lesson number 1, stop chasing followers. Start building value. Rihanna didn't beg people to care. She gave them something worth caring about. You don't need a million fans, you need a mission. Lesson number 2, think ownership, not influence. Don't just promote, own. Even if it's small, a digital product, a course, a low-ticket brand. Owning something lets you scale beyond your time. Lesson number 3, serve the people no one else is talking to. There's riches in the niches, and underserved audiences become your biggest evangelists. Lesson number 4, you don't need to be everywhere, just intentional. Rihanna wasn't posting every day, but when she launched hard. One video, one product, one powerful message. That's all it takes when the strategy is right. So next time someone tells you Rihanna is just a singer, tell them about the woman who stopped making albums and started printing cash. She turned her platform into a business, her fame into equity, her silence into leverage, and she became one of the richest self-made women in the world. Not from streaming numbers, but from strategy. And that's how Rihanna really got rich.